I just wanted to make this video because I haven't really updated you guys on how my life has been going recently, and I can really tell that that's what you guys want. Judging by the private messages I've been getting, I can tell that you guys really are curious and concerned and everything as to where I am, what I'm doing, what's going on, etc, etc. So, about 2 months ago, well, I'm currently filming this on May 25th, 2024. And I've just got back from the hairdresser, so if you can see like hair dye here, just ignore that. I've literally just come back from the hairdressers. And I've made my way over to my studio flat, which I moved into, well, I moved to this place meaning like location, like broad, not this specific studio apartment, but I moved out of my parents' house in March, mid-March, so I think it was like the 10th of March or something like that. And I put it out on social media after a bit that I'd moved out of my parents' place, and that, yeah, and that's what it was. And it's a studio flat, meaning it's got like a bedroom, a bathroom, you know, with like a toilet, sink, shower, and then along one of the walls in the bedroom is like a kitchen. So it's got, I'm looking at it this way, I've got a fridge, I've got a microwave, I've got a toaster, but I brought the toaster myself. I've got a kitchen sink and kitchen cabinets and stuff like that. There's a separate kitchen that's communal, but nobody here uses that communal kitchen, so it's immaculate and literally no one uses it. Like, I've asked people in the building, they don't. So it's just me that uses it. It's got a washing machine and an oven and a hob and a fridge freezer in there as well. So there's that as well. So I cooked spaghetti and, you know, I put pizza in the oven and whatever else in there. But so I didn't really announce it on YouTube, apart from, I think I put it on the community bit, like where you type stuff. Yeah, I think I did. But I've been keeping it quiet because I'm not going to give away the location. I just don't want to. And I think that's fine. I think that's up to me. You know, I'm currently here at the moment. I was going to film it like elsewhere. I was going to film it at like a pretty park or something. But it's currently Saturday and it's really busy everywhere. So I thought, well, no. And near to me, there's a lot of landmarks. So like whenever I go outside, it's like, oh, that's this place. I instantly recognise it because of these landmarks. And I'm like, yeah. So no, I'm filming it in here because it's quiet and it's a great place to film. So the reason why I moved out, independence. And because where my parents live, there's not really anything there. Like, there's not anything to do there, really. Kind of, not really, you know. And it wasn't very good for getting to and from work. I would have to do hotels whenever I had to be physically at my job in person. So that, you know, that's expensive in itself. And it works out the same. Like, to be honest, the rent I pay now, it works out kind of the same, if not maybe a bit less, than when I was doing hotels each month for my social media video editing job, you know, that I've got. So, yeah, and I get to have my own space. I have a space where I can just think, and I won't have the doorbell ring, and I won't have the dogs barking and going crazy, or my parents wanting or needing something, you know. So it works better for me, and I like it, and I'm being more independent, and it teaches me more life skills and all of that. So that's why I moved out. I mean, I wish I would have saved up a bit more for it, but oh well. And yeah, I just felt like it was the right time to, really, because when you go from living on your own and then you go back to living with your parents, it's a bit like, oh, feels like your freedom is a bit constricted. So anyway, so with this apartment, you know, studio apartment, the first place I lived in, which when I first moved to this place, I moved in, the one I moved into in March, because this is a different one, the one I'm in now, because I had to move. I won't go into detail, but there was problems with the last one. And it just, I viewed it and I checked everything, but there ended up being a problem, pretty hard problem that wasn't going to go away. So I was like, this is not good. So my mom got involved with the estate agents and said, like, we need to get her moved because the situation is not great. And, you know, she helped out a lot with that, helping me to get me moved. And thankfully, even though there was a real limit on, there was a real shortage of properties that I could move into in this area. But thankfully, the one that they sent me on the email, they was like, okay, we've got this one, and that's pretty much it. But thankfully, when I viewed it, I was like, this is perfect, literally perfect for me. And I moved in. So this one, now, I've been here for 1 week, literally exactly 1 week, and that's it. Because the other one I moved into, and there were problems. But it's okay. It's the same price as the last one, and it's literally like 1 or 2 streets away from where the other one was, so it's alright. I know the area now, you know. The same supermarkets here, the same everything, you know, that was over there is here, so it's fine. You know, it's great for work, because I can go on the train, you know, I can go to and from in one day, and it's great. You know, it doesn't take too long. Again, I'm not saying location. I keep getting people ask me, do you still live in London? And I get the amount of people that have asked me that. Like, if somebody asked me that, like, if I had £1 or $1 for every time somebody asked me that, I would have so much money. I'm not joking. I get asked that so much. People go, oh, do you still live in London? And I'm like, mate. So, the answer is, I'm not telling anybody where this is, and I'm so sorry if you want to know, but, like, this area, it's really landmarky. Like, I can't, because if you see a landmark, a well-known landmark, you'll know where I live, and I can't. And as well, I can't even show the room, like, with, like, the blinds closed, because this house, it's like apartments. Like, it's one big house, but it's split off into your own little quarters. So all it takes is one person to move out, and all these flats look identical. So it'll come up as this number, this road. And if you find it on the internet, you'll be like, right, Steff lives there. And I can't do that. Because my last place in London was like, the top floor, it was in a hotel, but the top floor was rentals, like rental rooms type of thing that I lived in. And nobody really moved out or anything. It was just, it was safe to show it. So this one, no. And imagine if I did a full-on, like, I've moved into this place, and I showed it all, and then this problem happened, and I had to move. People would be like, what? You just showed this place? And I'm like, eh. So it's a good job I waited. But yeah, so there's that. And when I was having those problems with my other studio flat that I moved into 2 streets away from here, I was already kind of ill before that, like when I was doing the viewing and everything. I felt really ill, like with some kind of cold or flu or something. And then it went away, and then it came back, and it was really bad. And I had 1 week where I was living with my parents in between transitioning from the flat I lived in before to this one that I'm in now. And during that time, I was still really unwell. And I had a bit of time off work sick, you know. And I ever go to hospital. When I say I never, ever, I mean the last time I went to the emergency room, like A&E, was when I was like 11 or 12 or something. And I'm 28 now. But it was so bad. Like, both my parents were at work and I was working from my parents' house. And I was like, my lungs aren't right. Like, I'm not feeling okay. And I took myself to the hospital. It was that bad, like in a taxi. And I got there. And because whenever I would fully inflate and deflate my lungs, I couldn't do it without coughing loads. And I felt really just rotten. It was just really bad. So I went and they checked my blood pressure twice. I hate that. They, you know, gave me a blood test, you know, blood work. And they gave me a chest x-ray. And it all came back fine. Apart from on the bloods, they said, oh, well, one of the markers. Something about a marker. And I was like, oh, is it that my liver enzymes are raised? And they were like, yeah, how'd you know? And I was like, because it's been coming up for the last 5 years and the doctors won't do anything about it. And they were like, oh. And they were like, okay then, well, we'll refer you. It's alright, it's hard to hold this for this long. We will refer you to get an ultrasound on your liver or your abdomen or something. And I'm like, great, fantastic, because I need that. And then a few days ago, even though I'm completely better now, like as in like my flu cold has gone, I was a bit worried, so I called NHS 111. They were useless, they always are for me. And then the next day I was like, right, I'm going to get up early and I'm going to call the doctors at the time that I'm supposed to book appointments. So I did. Booked an appointment and I says to them about me, you know, about this whole ultrasound thing and me going to A&E, and they says, oh yeah, the reading for your liver enzymes when you went in A&E, it was like really high. It was like 80 something, whereas usually it's meant to be, I don't even know, 30 something or something. And they were telling me all these numbers as to what it was in what year, and they were saying like, and I said to them, why has this not been dealt with sooner? Because I'm experiencing a lot, you know, like the doctor at A&E says I might have gallstones or something, and I don't even know. And it was just, yeah, concerning. So, and then they says to me, oh, the reading has never been so high before. And I'm like, okay, but still, if I've been having this problem for like 5 years, why not address it, you know? And it's just annoying. So they says, oh, we can give you a blood test that's like more specific for liver or something, whatever it is. And I said, great, book me in. And then she said about referral for an ultrasound. And I says to her, oh, they put a referral through apparently. And she says, well, I can't see it on the system, but and I was just like, what? So I'm like, right, book that in. God's sake, please, you know, because I was really struggling. And they're like, okay, we'll refer you, that's great. And I'm like, finally something's getting done. Because I don't know if you've seen my last life update, you know, how am I doing type of video. I was saying about my health and I was saying how confused I am on that. And yeah, but like, I get like really bad fatigue and it makes me sometimes unable to do basic things. And since February 2023, I've had like bad hives, but not so much these days. And I saw a dermatologist and they put me on like anti-allergy medication, like strong, and they told me to take it 3 times a day for however long. And I did all that and it was still breaking through and it was just a whole thing. And there's loads of other things, you know, that I'm struggling with like that health-wise. And it's been affecting my job. I've still got my job, don't worry. But it's been affecting my job, it's been affecting everything, and it's just so difficult. So I'm finally taking steps to sort it out. Because the doctors are finally doing something. Hallelujah. So that's great. So I'm in a better place now than I was, because obviously I had that problem with my previous flat and everything just going on, you know. My dad broke his ankle and that was just difficult. You know, he's all better now, he's okay, he's alright. And I'm in this new place, it's going really well. They're going to sort out my health problems, thank God. You know, I'm having a bit of problems at work. I'm not going to go into it, but yeah, they wanted to help me a bit more with my autism, and I was like, well, no, I don't really need it, genuinely, like, you know. And they basically were like, well, we want you to give us permission anyway, and I was like, no. And they were like, well, this is what we're doing, and I was like, no. And they wanted me to get an occupational health referral or something. And it was on the phone, and I had the phone call, and it was useless. It was really useless. Like, yeah. You know, it was too drastic. They were like, oh, how about we get you a work coach? How about we help you get to and from work with transport? How about we do this? How about... No. No, I said to them, no. And it's been meeting after meeting after meeting with my line manager and with a senior and the people team, and I'm just like, what is going on? Like, no. No. And they just, yeah, I can't really say, but I'm trying to get my office days reduced. Instead of 2 days in the office, I want like 1, and I'm hoping that they say yes to that. Because I'm autistic and I find it so difficult, like, I really do, you know. And I have joint problems because, like, I found out through friends that I'm on, like, the Ehlers-Danlos spectrum. It's called localised hypermobility. It's like HSD, hypermobile spectrum disorder. So, like, I'm extra bendy in my thumbs, wrists, and ankles. I thought it was just my thumbs and wrists. It's also my ankles. And my right rib cage as well. Long story, don't ask. But yeah, ignore the slapping. I just put my hand on my leg. Sorry this is so long and like loaded with information, but it's been a while because I've been so unwell. Oh my God. I think I've been ill all year. Like, really. Like, just ill. And then when I'm not ill, I'm trying to like do stuff with my full-time job and all my other commitments, and it's just hard. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I wrote a song, a good one, and I like it, and it's the quickest song I've ever written. It's about the things that I face with hypermobility and being on the Ehlers-Danlos spectrum, basically. And it's pretty good, and I'm gonna save up to get it recorded and whatever else. Yeah, pretty good. So there's that. I'm just, yeah, I've only been well for like a bit of time, like a few days, so I'm trying to get on top of things. I'm getting ahead at work now, and I'm gonna just keep going with that. Yeah, I want to film more content for you guys. It's been a bit difficult, obviously, with the sickness stuff. But I'm going to go somewhere tomorrow and maybe the following day. It depends. Yeah. I'll try my best anyway, you know, because my job is my main priority. As you know, my dream is to be an actress and an author and a musician and whatever else, and I'm still going with that. Over the summer, I can talk about it now because it's come out. It came out yesterday, so May 24th, 2024. Season 3 of a kids show called Phoenix Rise, which is on BBC iPlayer. It's for CBBC. Came out yesterday, and I am basically a background extra in that. And you see me quite a few times. Quite a few times. Like, go on my Instagram reels and you'll see it. Go on my Twitter, you'll see it. It's not on YouTube. I can't put it on YouTube because it's not, I just can't. So yeah, that's good. And I made loads of friends, loads of contacts. And I'm just going to keep going with it, really. Like, not just background, like, I'm just going to keep going with the acting stuff in general and see if I get anywhere. And it's a timing thing with me, because I know I'm destined to do it. It's just a timing thing. So yeah, that was really fun. And it was filmed in the Midlands. And I had to do hotels for a bit, because I was living at my parents' place at the time. And yeah, it was really long. Like, I think I was filming on it for like 8 days, and 5 of those days were in a row. 4 days were in a row. Something like that. 4 days. Yeah, something like that. So it was like, I had to get up at like 4:30 a.m. to like get ready, or like 5 a.m. to get ready and be there for 7 a.m. And then we wouldn't finish till 5:30 or 7:30 p.m. It kind of depended. And we did a parents' evening, which is student-teacher conference if you're American. And they cast somebody to play my dad in this parents' evening, student-teacher conference, and I wore clothes from the costume department because they kind of sprung it on me. I didn't know I had to bring clothes because we were in school uniform, like from the costume department, you know. Well, it was only the cardigan that was theirs. The rest was my shirt and trousers and shoes and everything. But yeah, so it was kind of like that. It was really fun. Really, really fun. But yeah, I'm trying to not make this video be too long because I don't think you'll sit through it. But I can tell that a lot of you are like, what's going on? And I'm so sorry about that, but I've been so ill and just so bogged down with problem after problem after problem. But yeah, it's been feeling like my life has been falling apart, but like things have to fall apart before they come together. Like you go through hard times to get to the amazing times. Like I know there is something phenomenal waiting for me around the corner. I just need to wait it out. And that's kind of how things are at the moment, yeah. But anyway, tell me in the comments how you've been lately. And like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in another video. Bye.